Hello everyone and welcome to my channel, and just like the title says, this is going to be my reaction of the third episode of the third season of Attack on Titan. So before we get this whole reaction video started, I just wanted to, give some of my thoughts from the last episode. Last episode, Armin, he killed a human being, and it was kind of like in the moment, either kill or be killed type of thing, and then just seeing how the aftermath of that, how it affected him like mentally and emotionally, it does make me worry about Armin, especially given how this series is kind of like a dark series, and I'm just worried that as the storyline progresses, he's going to have to be placed in that type of situation where he's going to have to kill more humans. And while you can, argue like, killing the Titan, it's not the same thing because you can't really talk and reason with the Titan. Like, not all Titans are like Armin. I mean, not all Titans are like Eren. I'm sorry, their names are so freaking similar. So yeah, I am worried about him. And then also, just like towards the end with Historia, a lot of questions arose that I'm hoping that this episode will start to answer. And I also, am curious about Kenny. Like, obviously, we've gotten enough from the last episode to know that Kenny was kind of like Levi's foster father and may have taught him everything he knows. So interested in seeing that dynamic more. And then also, that last episode, it ended with a murder. Like that rich merchant guy with the cart, they slit his throat. So yeah, and they probably, what's going to happen, because they're being all secret and covert about this, is they're probably gonna they slit his throat, they're gonna dispose of the body somehow, and then they're gonna be on the run and look for his son. Or it's eventually going to be discovered that his son, saw what happened, and they're going to try and kill the son, so don't know what's going to happen. But yeah, I'm liking the story so far, and enough of that, let's get to the reaction. Old story.
I was born on a small farmstead in the northern lands of Walrose.
Oh, listening so intently.
As far back as I can remember, I was helping out around the farm. But my mother was always reading books. She didn't care to work, and no one cared to make her. She was a beautiful woman. Night, someone would come for her in a carriage. She'd go off into the city, wearing fancy clothes.
Was her family pimping her out?
For me, that was just life as I knew it.
Was Historia the product of an assault?
To read and write. I started picking up books to imitate my mother, and they taught me just how alone I was. In all the stories I read in those books, parents cared about their children. They talked to them, hugged them, scolded them. I had never experienced any of those things.
Oh, the emotional neglect
One day,
sucks.
out of curiosity, I decided to try hugging my mother.
That's not a good idea.
I just wanted to see what kind of face she'd make. She ended up shoving me away from her. But that was the first time my mother had acknowledged me. So it actually made me happy. If only it wasn't such a coward, I could have killed it. Those were the first words my mother ever said to me.
That's messed up.
She went to live somewhere else after that. I didn't see her for a long time. And then, 5 years ago, just a few days after Walmaria fell, I finally met my father.
Historia, my name's Rod Rice. I wish that we could have met sooner. You see, I'm your father.
That man.
They do! The eyes look similar.
The mother I haven't seen in years. terribly frightened.
Now listen, you'll be living with me from this day forth.
You know what this is, Lord Rice? The fall of Walt Maria's got you acting a bit reckless.
Is that Kenny?
I suppose you thought you'd get your pretty little secrets to safer ground, huh?
No! No! I'm not that girl's mother! I've never even met her! Do whatever you want with her, but let me go!
Yeah, there was just no emotional connection to that child whatsoever.
It's just a coincidence the three of you were out here at the same time.
So be it.
He's gonna feed them to the wolves.
That's correct. These two have nothing to do with me.
I thought that might be the case. You were never employed at this estate, and nobody here ever heard your name. Sounds to me like you don't exist.
No, Doctor, please! That isn't true! You have to tell them!
What are they doing? Mother?
If only you had never been born, I could...
That is so messed up.
Those were the last words my mother ever said.
Wow, they're gonna kill a kid.
No, wait.
Moments before I was killed myself.
Oh, now he's gonna say
Just
something.
an idea. But if I were sent somewhere far away to live out a quiet life, perhaps they could spare me.
Your new name will be Krista Lenz. I beg for your forgiveness, child.
No.
Please know that everything I've done, I did to protect you.
Father.
He better have an amazing explanation for all of this.
Hold you like this. You are special. The blood of the king flows through your veins.
Is that true?
Yes, Historia. The true royal bloodline is carried by the Rice family. And as its heir, the power to save all of humanity now rests in your hands. Please, Historia, come with me, and I'll show you where it all began.
I don't trust him.
Sonis, your face. What happened?
They took out his eye.
Wait, did you? They didn't actually make you talk, did they? But we swore a vow of loyalty to the king. I can't say another word out of you. I'm gonna take you and you betrayed me for a bit. And I didn't think I trusted you.
They gonna kill him.
He never told us anything. He didn't get a chance to. We never questioned him. This is the conversation you heard. We forced Ralph here to read off this script at knife point. It was staged.
Damn.
Then, it was me. I'm the one who betrayed the king's secret.
That is so psychologically
Devil.
messed up.
Yes, I think you might be right about that. But I bet Pastor Nick felt the exact same way about you. That's why I felt
That's
sorry for you, Sonis. Not because your nails got plucked out, but because of what you've done with your life. You're pathetic. A grown-ass man wailing like an infant. Are you sad now? Well, boo-hoo! You get to spend the rest of your lives doing nothing but eating and shitting in this cell. Enjoy.
It's your turn. There's an order to these things. Perhaps it's a law of human nature. But once time is over, another must take on the role that they used to play. And thus the world can never be cleansed of it. Best of luck, Angie.
Section Commander.
From like serious to goofy like that. Love
I'm
it.
sorry. Seems I made a mess. I encountered a large cockroach.
I see. Well, as hard as you kicked it, I bet it learned its lesson. It's time you filled them in.
Oh yeah, I guess I might as well.
So they plan to eat Aaron?
Yeah. Aaron remembered a conversation
Excuse
between
me?
Amir and Bertold. You hold that against me?
I don't think so. I mean, I don't know. Suppose I have to believe you didn't want to eat anyone.
Based on this, we can speculate. Ymir used to be a mindless titan just like the others, until she consumed someone. Someone from Bertold and Rhina's group. We've never seen a titan turn back into a human by eating one before. That said, Rhina's comrades aren't normal humans, and there's a different set of rules for humans that can turn into titans. My thought is this. If a titan eats someone with that power, then it'll transform back into a human. What's more, they'll obtain whatever powers that human had. In the battle the other day, Reiner was throwing titans at Aaron as he tried to run away. He knew that Aaron had the power to take command of feral titans with his scream. If Aaron's death would have meant that power was lost, he wouldn't have risked it. I think he hoped one of those titans would eat Aaron and take his power. My point is, if the government has a titan of their own, they'll use it to eat Aaron.
And you said that with her in the room?
Calm down. I know you want to get Aaron back, but going on a rampage won't help with that. Anyway, we're heading for Rod Rice's estate. Prepare to leave at once.
Sir! I'll go tell Erwin everything we've learned about the Rice family. I'm sure he's waiting to hear from us.
Right.
You head for Lord Rice's estate. I'll find you when I can.
Pardon, sir, but the commander of the garrison has just arrived.
Pixis.
Yes, he's asking to speak with you.
Very well then.
Sir. Forgive me for dropping in unannounced. But I just couldn't stand still, you see. I finished reading your letter, and I have a few thoughts of my own. But first I have to ask, you are serious, right?
Yes. I have a plan to retake Walmaria and to depose the government.